What's going on, guys? I'm back here again. Today is Thursday. Still in Tennessee truck driving school. This is week 3. There's no class today because it is the holiday. Everybody else, all the roommates here in the apartment that I'm currently in now, have all gone home for Thanksgiving, so I'm by myself because I came from Texas. So I figured it'd be a good time now to give you guys a breakdown, basically, of what week 3 is. So in the main area parking lot of where their main building is a pad off to the left-hand side. That area directly to the left is actually where they do their CDL testing. So one thing that you really need to keep in mind is that that pad can be used pretty much any day of the week. If you don't pass your CDL test, you have to wait 24 hours before you can retest. So typically they do the tests, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But if somebody didn't pass the week before, they could be using that pad any day of the week. One thing that I do want to let you guys know about is you're not able to look in that general direction. You're not able to stand there and smoke. You're not able to be on your phone. Anything like that. Apparently a while back, some dumbasses were, doing hand signals, go straight, go left, go right, whatever. And they caught on to it. And so they don't allow anybody really to be standing in that direction. If you are caught or are seen, it's possible that whoever's taking the driving test could be failed. And if whoever's taking the test automatically fails because someone's standing over there, I guarantee you they're going to jump out of that truck and come running for you. So if you have to smoke around the other edge, if you come there to sign your paperwork or check the school out, just keep that in mind too. If there's trucks out there working on maneuvers or anything, just don't look that direction. Keep your hands in your pocket, look down, go inside the building. It'll be just better for everybody. If you do need to smoke around the other side of the building, and handle your stuff there. So you have your main building, and then off to the side is the testing area. And then further up is what they call the hill. And that area is raised up. That's actually where you're going to spend your week 3 part of your training. Now, they do have a small fence that's up there. Again, you're not able to look that direction, look down if there's testing. Because, like I said, you could get that person taking a test failed, and they're gonna be pretty upset. And it has happened before, so just don't do it. What they work on week 3 is a couple things. So you're going to work on your 90-degree backing. They have 2 trucks up there. So you guys will just rotate, depending on how many people are in your class, working on your backing. Class could either start Sunday or Monday. It just kind of depends. Like I said, I'm here these last couple of weeks. We've had, Thanksgiving today, and so it's kind of messed up our schedule. So I'm assuming you guys are going to start on Monday, but then again, it could be Sunday. I'm not 100% sure. So you're going to be working on your 90-degree backing up there. You're also going to be working on your in-cab pre-trip inspection. You're going to be working on your brake test. Now, when you get done in week 2, they're going to give you a packet. And inside that packet lists everything that you need to know for your pre-trip inspection. It's going to go over and list everything that you need to know on the outside of the truck, everything that you need to name off. It's going to name everything off on your interior cab inspection, and then there's a certain steps that you need to do your brake test. Now, when you're taking your CDL test, the brake test portion is something that you can automatically be failed on if you don't do it in the proper order. So I encourage everybody, study that packet whenever you get a chance to. Don't, be standing around, hands in the pocket, talking on your phone, texting, whatever. Take that time to go over and study that packet as much as you can. It's a lot of things that you have to know, and there's some certain things in there that you have to do in a certain order. It's gonna be pretty important that you pay attention to it. Also, work on your backing. There's 2 trucks, take turns rotating. You don't want to ever see a truck there just sitting there. So take as much advantage if you can to work on your backing, because it is part of the test. You're going to need to know it. You won't be able to move on to the driving portion of your test if you can't back properly. So they got cones and lanes set up there. Week 3 is going to be, like I said, your 90-degree angle backing. Week 2, they work on your straight line, and they work on your lane-to-lane change backing. So you're going to be doing your interior cab inspection, your 90-degree, and then they also take you out on the road. Now, they have 2 trucks that they take out on the road. They're extended cab trucks. They removed the seating and everything in them. The beds and all the other stuff inside of the trucks out. They've put seating in there. So there'll be you, the trainer, and 3 other people in the truck when you guys go do your road test. Your road, road training, I guess I should say. So you guys will be out there driving anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. You rotate, you'll take turns. They'll take you down on 3 or 4 different routes. Make sure that you are driving properly, that you get to feel and handle about the truck and the trailer, how far you need to be over when you're making turns, not to hit any curbs. Pay attention to all signs that are posted, any kind of bridges, your clearance signs, and things like that. So the way that they have it split up is that I think Monday and Tuesday, everybody's up there in the yard, and everybody's cycling through, practicing on your backing. Then Wednesday and Thursday, if I remember correctly, and maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, is when you guys go out there and do your road training. And so they'll break it up depending on how many people you have in your class. They've got 2 trucks. So our class, I believe we had 18 students by this week. We actually started with 24. And due to whatever reasons, it's been knocked down to this final week only being 18. So what they did was they took half of the class, split them up into 2 trucks. They went out and did their driving in the morning from 7 a.m. to 12. We came back, we did our lunch, and then they switched out groups. The other group got in and was out there on the road from about like 1 to 5. So the way they have it worked out is that half the class goes out on the road. The other half of the class stays there in the yard and works on their backing and their pre-trip for the interior of the cab. Now, they rotate it. So if on one day you went on the road first, the second day you're going to start your day off backing at the yard, and vice versa. If you started off on the yard one day, the next day you're going to be the first group to drive. So they try to give everybody the equal amount of time to get experience in both. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing your driving and your pre-trip inspection, and then you're also going to be working on your 90-degree backing. Now, when it comes to the CDL test, they have 3 portions of it. You have your pre-trip inspection, which when you start your test, your trainer is going to have a electronic pad, I guess, and he hits start or whatever, and it gives you a random number. It gives you a number between 1 and 4. It's all random. They have no control over it. If you pull a 1, you're going to be doing the tractor part of your pre-trip. If you do a number 2, you're going to be working on the back of the tractor and the coupling, which is the connecting the tractor and the trailer together. If you pull a number 3, your pre-trip inspection is just going to be the trailer. And then if you pull a 4, you have to do the whole entire truck. So in week 2, when they give you that packet that lists out everything that you need to know, be studying that, because you don't know what number you're going to pull. Just keep in mind that you're going to pull 4. That way you can go through and know the whole entire truck. So just in case you pull a 4, you've got it. Now, if you pull a smaller number, less things to name off, the points are going to be worth more for the things that you miss. So if you get a 4, you have a lot more things to name off, but you can also, you know, miss a few more things. So just kind of keep that in mind. So what they told us is that the first part that you're going to do is going to be your pre-trip. After you do your pre-trip, if you've passed that, then you'll move on to the next section. Now the next section of your CDL is going to be working on your backing maneuvers. You have to do a straight backing between two sets of cones in a lane. After that, you do a lane change, which is basically taking your truck from one lane, pulling forward, and backing it up into another lane. Now, when you're up there doing your practicing, try not to hit any cones. Try not to have the trailer hang over the line of cones, because when you're taking your CDL test, those points count against you. You only have so many points. If you know, you have messed up too many times, then you fail, and then that's it. Your CDL test is over with. You have to pass the pre-trip to move on to the backing. With the pre-trip, you also have to do your inside inspection, and you also have to do the brake test. Now, I'll tell you this. Now, there's a portion of the test that is your braking, and you have to do it in a particular order, or else you automatically fail. So study that packet, pay attention to it, recite it, memorize it. That way you do the steps in the proper order, so you don't auto fail. So pre-trip is done, moving to your backing, straight line, lane to lane, and then your 45-degree angle backing. Providing that you've passed the first two areas, then you move on to the driving portion of the test. It's really important. They've told us that the driving test, there are certain things on that you can automatically fail. If you don't slow down enough going over a railroad track crossing, for instance, auto fail. If you obviously run a red light, auto fail. If you stop in the middle of an intersection and block the road, auto fail. If you touch, brush, run over any type of curb, it's an auto fail. So when you're doing your driving, pay very close attention. Don't hit any curbs. Get used to how that truck and trailer handles, so that when you take your CDL test, you pass the driving portion with flying colors. I'm trying to think what else. So we didn't have class today because it was a holiday. So typically what happens is Wednesday or Thursday at about lunchtime, they'll post a sheet. And the sheet will have everybody's name on it. It'll have the time of your CDL test, and it'll have your trainer. I believe they have either 3 or 4 trainers that are certified by the state to do your training. So you'll have a little bit of a heads up. They start doing the tests at 7 a.m. and they go all the way until like 5 o'clock. When you do your test, I think they give you 3 hours to complete it. I mean, you're gonna probably be driving for 30 or 45 minutes on top of however much time it takes you to do your backing and however much time it takes you to do your pre-trip. So that's how they have it broken down. Trying to think if there's anything else. Also, in week 3, you do have a school test for your backing and your pre-trip inspection. So not only do you have to take your CDL test that Friday or Saturday, but Thursday and Friday, you actually go through and take a school test that gives you your grade for the school as far as your pre-trip and your inspection. So that's something else that they have going on. Again, pay attention. Every chance you get, jump in that truck, work on your backing. Get the maneuvers down in the minimum amount of pull-ups possible. Don't hit cones. Don't have your trailer hanging over the side. Just prepare yourself for the CDL test, because things like that are high in points, and it'll cause you, not to pass or not. Well, I think that's about it this time. If you guys have any questions, again, send me an email. I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. Looking forward to taking my test tomorrow. Hopefully when next video, it'll be me passing my CDL. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Until next time, we'll see you later.